Celebrities usually go out of their way to be as charitable as they can, and one very easy way for them to give back to their fans is to meet them for free. Even better if they happen to get surprised out of nowhere with their celebrity idol.
And celebrities surprising their fans is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Brie and Mackenzie here today to fill you in on the top 10 celebrities surprising their fans. But before we get into the list, make sure you go down below and like and subscribe to the channel. Also make sure to click the bell to know when we upload and join the family.
Alright, now let's get into that list.
Billie Eilish is one of the biggest up-and-coming stars in the industry, and she's garnered a pretty big fan base as a result. Many of her fans adore her for her talent, but also for her authenticity. She's not pretentious, and she really seems to love her fans genuinely. The best example of this is when she surprises her fans. You can tell that though yes she has fans, she blends in with them as if they were her friends. Take this moment when Billie surprised a couple of fans after a concert. It's really cute to see Billie's fans freaking out over the singer while she's completely calm and actually lays down on them like they're close friends. Billie has to be one of the most genuine celebrities who actually cares about her fans and likes meeting them. It sucks that we probably won't be able to see these kinds of moments for a while because COVID, but when we do, it'll be as heartwarming as ever.
So since this is probably the only video I'll ever be able to include this, I actually was incredibly close to meeting Billie Eilish like a few summers ago, because basically my friend got me tickets to her show, and it was like a GA show. Like, she shouldn't have been in that venue, like a really low-key venue. So when you go backstage to like the VIP, like you're literally backstage. So anyway, we were literally backstage and we saw her like with her crew, like with the what's that called, the one that goes on before, like the
opening act?
Yeah, we were back with the opening act and all that, and literally Billie walked, like I'm not even joking you guys, probably like 5 feet in front of our faces, like walked out of her dressing room or whatever, just like onto the stage.
Whoa.
Crazy. There's no security. Like I literally could have been like, hi. Obviously I wasn't gonna do that, but anyway, I just needed to plug, I needed you guys to know, and this was the only time I could have included that.
Super cool. That is so cool.
No, it's really a strange story.
You're out here meeting all the celebrities, honestly.
It's what I do. And at number 9, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is one of the most beloved singers of all time, and her Swiftie fan base is one of the strongest in the world. And Taylor makes sure to do whatever she can to meet her adoring fans. One instance of this is her tea party events at concerts, and that's where you can meet Taylor Swift for free. All you have to do is stand out enough at the concert and you'll get a golden ticket to go backstage and meet her. But the time we're going to be talking about here is when Taylor surprised her fans in Chicago, who were asked to come to a studio and talk about why they were a huge fan of Taylor's. One person said that she helped them with their sexuality. Another said she had helped them through other rough patches. And another urged her to remember that her adoring fans will always have her back, no matter who tries to come for her. I think that was a dig at Kanye there. And as the fans were speaking to the camera, Taylor crept up behind them. And when the fans realized Taylor was behind them, they obviously lost it, and there was probably 10 straight minutes of hugging.
At number 8, Beyonce. I honestly don't know anyone who's not a fan of Beyonce. Like, how can you not be? She exudes elegance and badassery. Because there are some serious Beyonce fans out there, it's fun to watch them be surprised by her making an appearance. One of my personal favorite moments to watch are when Beyonce walks into a group of people dancing or performing to one of her songs, and it's even better when she joins in. I love this moment specifically because you can watch the dancers start going harder as soon as Beyonce steps in. Like, their effort goes up like 150% at least. Also, the fact that they just kept dancing and didn't like scream and freak out is kind of wild, right? Like, normally in these kinds of scenarios when celebrities surprise a fan, they're like screaming and jumping up and down and freaking out, but these guys were so chill. I'm sure their hearts were racing as soon as Beyonce stepped into the room. You guys better dance harder or she'll send the Illuminati after you.
And at number 7, Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner became a temporary member of the vlog squad when she surprised David Dobrik's fans in one of his vlogs. Basically, David picked Kylie and her best friend Stassi up at her house, and while Kylie hid in the back of the car, David had people come into the passenger seat and ask them what they thought of Kylie or the Kardashian family. David asked one person who their favorite Kardashian was, and when they said Khloe, David asked why it wasn't Kylie. Then she came out and surprised the guy, which obviously made the fan quickly change his answer to Kylie. And I can't even imagine what it would be like to first be picked up by David Dobrik. Like, that's just already such an event, and then have him surprise you with Kylie Jenner. Like, that would just be like the best day of my life. That's just really truly like a whole other level of surprise.
At number 6, Chris Evans. I love watching Avengers actors surprise their fans. These people have built up such an amazing fan base through their franchise, and they've impacted so many people. One of my favorite moments of an Avengers actor surprising their fans has to be from when Chris Evans was part of a staged escape room prank, and he jumped out out and scared them at the end. Throughout the whole escape room process, Chris was guiding them through a speaker system and interacting with them at first until they came to the end and actually met the actor. The best part about this whole thing though is the fact that Chris jumped out at them in the dark. Like, that would have scared the crap out of me. Are you kidding? The lights suddenly go out and then someone grabs you in the darkness. Low-key, Chris should have been afraid of getting punched by someone by accident. But what I wouldn't give to be part of this prank, oh my goodness. I would have paid $1,000 to meet him, but if it was Tom Holland, I'd give a kidney.
Halfway through at number 5, Christina Aguilera. This one is probably the most creative of this list, and it involves Christina Aguilera. It starts when a couple walks into a Hollywood donut shop, and while they're debating what donuts they're gonna buy, Christina starts singing live over the mic, describing what they're doing. She starts off the song, there's a pretty couple buying some donuts, can't decide which one to get. And then the couple starts to listen to the words and seems to know that someone is definitely singing about them. Then Christina sings, "It's Christina Aguilera singing about you." Then the couple starts obviously freaking out as they realize Christina is looking at them right now and singing about them. She then tells them to hop on one foot, and they do, while searching for whatever camera she's watching them on. Then after all of the suspense, she finally goes out to surprise them. They are of course completely shocked. And I'm sure also honored that ex-Cena would use her beautiful voice to sing about them. I know I would be.
At number 4, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber has to be one of the celebrities who surprised their fans the most. He's been part of countless Ellen Show surprises and even some from Fallon. But there's one fan surprise moment that stands out the most to me, and it comes from a bit with YouTube's very own David Dobrik. David organized a bit where he hid Justin in his Tesla because, of course, and he popped out to surprise fans, much like the Kylie Jenner prank. It's a super funny bit, and my favorite part from this whole thing has to be this. The energy in this video is just too much. When this guy is talking about how he didn't like Justin's latest song while Justin is in the car was just so cringe, but in a good way. It's so funny to watch the shock on his face when Justin pops out like, oh my god, I was literally just talking shit. It's just too funny. And Justin being super funny and playful with his fans is so fun to see. It's very different from back in his more angsty days, that's for sure.
And at number 3, Will Smith. So this one is starring Will Smith, and he uses the Target security cameras to surprise people. If you've been in a Target or Walmart recently, then you'll know that they've installed security cameras at each self-checkout to watch you through the transaction and to make sure you know you're being watched. They even put a screen right above the self-checkout and you can see yourself checking out. But for the people that Will surprised, instead of seeing themselves in the security camera, they were surprised with Will Smith inside of their security camera. It took everyone a second to realize what was happening, but once they did, the Target customers were obviously freaking out. And now that Will Smith is making content on his own YouTube channel, he's done tons of videos surprising his fans. In another one, he showed up as the driver for Lyft rides, and fans were even more shocked in this one.
At number 2, John Cena. John Cena's energy is so positive and infectious, so it's no wonder why he's got so many people who look up to him and are fans of his. My favorite thing to see from him is when he surprises his fans because he genuinely looks happy to see them, and the fans always have the best reactions too. One of the best surprises I can think of has to be when John surprised a fan by ripping through a wall to scare them. The fact that this guy literally busts through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man and the kid just fell to the floor in shock, it's one of the best and funniest reactions I've ever seen. And the signature John Cena music playing in the background really just ties the whole moment together with its chaos and hilarity. This little fan was so shocked and excited to see John. It was so cute to watch, but the kid looked like he was literally about to have a heart attack.
I saw that video, and the way that John came through, honestly, I would have a heart attack too. It was crazy. It was borderline scary, I'm not even gonna lie. And finally, number 1, Miley Cyrus. In this one, Miley surprised tons of The Voice fans with the help of Jimmy Fallon. While she was a guest on Jimmy Fallon's show, promoting the fact that she was gonna be The Voice's newest judge, her and Jimmy decided to go to a spot where fans take pictures with The Voice chair and photobomb them before revealing that they were there to surprise them. Some of the fans were shocked, others confused, and others basically in tears over how happy they were to see Miley and Jimmy. And I was seriously the biggest Hannah Montana fan back in the day, honestly obsessed with her. So if Miley surprised me like that, I actually think that I would have fainted. That would have been the moment in life, this can't be real, and head would have hit the floor. Alright everyone, that's all for the video today. Let us know what you're thinking down below. And let me know if you've ever been surprised with meeting a celebrity. I kind of have. I've met some pretty famous people, I guess I told you guys, but not a coordinated thing. like in these times? Have you?
No, not really. I mean, I had like front row tickets to like Cody Simpson because I was like the biggest fan, but like not really other than that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard. You have to like pay a lot of money to meet these people. So, like,
definitely. It's either like has to be a chance encounter or you're paying tons of money. It's very hard to be like on the Ellen show that day when they're surprising people.
Unfortunately, we can't all be the Ellen show people.
No.
But before we head out, we're gonna shout out some comments from our last collab.
So Age of the Witch said, who else knew exactly what the kid took to school from the moment they spoke of sanitizer? I didn't realize that was like a given. Like, I don't know.
I honestly, when I saw the title of the article at the beginning, it was like, oh, mother horrified. I'm like, what did this kid do?
Yeah, that wasn't my first
thought it was
thought.
like a gun or something, like something really huge, but no, it wasn't. Chrissy Moss says the mother was so mortified she posted it on quite possibly every platform, but it was funny though. I mean, you do have a point there.
I was gonna say, how did they discover the story? She must have had to put it.
She was so mortified so that she told other people so she could be more mortified.
This commenter knows what's up.
Yeah.
Really.
No, good eye. I actually didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Danny, my own reality, said, oh my god, when my daughter was a toddler, she couldn't say the word clock, so she would end up saying the word C-O-C-K. So every time we were out and she saw a clock, she would say, look mom, A. And it would drive my mother nuts.
Oh my gosh, that's so cringy, but so funny.
That's a pretty bad one. You can't be like, no honey, it's a bad word, and then she's like, why? That's a tough one.
Just don't say
Just trust me, honey, don't say that.
Karen Rose says, a friend had posted that her daughter accidentally took Mike's Hard Lemonade to school. Oh my god, imagine your toddler going to preschool and bringing a hard lemonade.
That'd be pretty bad. At least they wouldn't be able to open it if it was like a bottle. If it was a can, that would be very nerve-wracking. But if it was a bottle, then it's a pretty safe bet that nothing's gonna happen.
I mean, I hope they didn't actually end up drinking it. That would also be really terrifying. Imagine your little kid just like drunk at school.
Literally.
That'd be horrible.
Also, if you guys are super confused, I just realized that I put comments from an Inform Overload video on this one, actually not a BTS video. So if you want to check out the video we're talking about, head over to Inform Overload.
Yeah, and give that video a like and subscribe while you're there.
Yeah, if you guys like this video, again, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.